Look, this the Black Holocaust. I knew it was prophecy. 1,000 times worse than the Jewish atrocities. Uneven playing field, there'll never be a fair score. Cause in 1619, that's when they declared war. We the 12 tribes, the ones that the promise reaches.
Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. That's all praises to the Most High. The name of his only begotten Son, who the world even recalls Jesus Christ. With Issacharite second in San Francisco, once again, preach the downfall of Babylon the Great, and peace and prosperity and salvation to the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. And we're just going to bring out the truth, as it is written.
Right.
You have any questions, sister?
Do I have to?
Shalom. You know, it's all love. You know, what's going on?
Alright, well, my question was, there's 3 heavens, right? And,
3 heavens.
usually in scripture, or at least in Christianity, that doctrine makes it sound like it's some fairy tale, faraway land, and...
They say it's a fairy tale far away.
No, I'm just saying, like...
Get that in, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, 2 Corinthians 12 and 2.
No, I'm just saying, like, in general, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, it's in the clouds, somewhere far off.
Well, that's the first heaven, yeah. The first heaven's right here, which you can see.
But wouldn't the kingdom be here? And that's my question.
True.
Is like making sense of the kingdom
heaven.
and heaven connotation.
You know what? Give me that in Revelation 20. 21. And then give me, yeah, go ahead.
2 Corinthians 12 and 2. I knew a man in Hamashiach above 14 years ago. Whether in the body, I cannot tell.
Paul talking about himself.
Or whether out of the body, I cannot tell.
Yeah, you had an out-of-body experience, read.
The Most High knoweth. Such in one caught up to the 3rd heaven.
Exactly, he got taken up in the spirit realm. Mentally, he wasn't there physically, because you can't visit the spirit world in flesh. So he was up there, you know, keep reading that. Yeah,
Alright, verse 3. And I knew such a man, whether in the body or out of the body, I cannot tell. The Most High knoweth. How that he was caught up into paradise.
Caught up in the paradise. That's just talking about rest. I'm not talking about heaven, read.
And heard unspeakable words, which is not lawful for a man to utter.
Exactly. It was if you reading, I think it's in Daniel. Remember the foreign language that he saw on the wall? You know what I'm talking about? Daniel, you know what I'm talking about? Basically, there's a language that nobody can interpret, and it. Where's it at? Oh yeah.
This is the same place. Luke 23 and 43. And Yahushua said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today thou shalt be with me in paradise.
Exactly. Talking about the person that was hanging on the cross with him next to him. Because he repented on the cross in front of Christ. So Christ goes, okay, you're going to be in paradise with me. Now, if you say the story, Christ, said he went to hell, right? He was in the grave. That's what it means. He wasn't in the physical fiery, third realm or something like that. Paradise only means you're at rest. And we can prove it. Give me that in 1 Samuel 28 and bring this out. Because the 3rd heaven, like I said, is this heaven you can see. 2nd heaven is what? Space, stars, and quote unquote, there's no planets for real place. It's all planets. The 3rd heaven is in the spirit realm, where the Most High. Give me that.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven.
It's all a new heaven, read.
And a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
You know what that's talking about? The first heaven and the first earth were passed away. Similar, yes. That's when the new rulership comes in. That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
You need the destruction for...
Exactly. The new heaven, new earth is going to be a restructuring of the rulership. Read.
And there was no more sea.
No more sea. Talking about the nations, or not necessarily nations, but nations in Babylon. Read.
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem.
New Jerusalem, read.
Coming down from Yahweh out of the heaven.
What's the city of New Jerusalem? Give me that. What's New Jerusalem? How's New Jerusalem going to come out of the heavens? What's that talking about?
Wouldn't it be one of
Yeah, you know a little something. You know? Get that. We're going to prove it, though. And you give me The kingdom of heaven suffered violence. I think it's John 10. Because Paul says, what? We're the body of Christ, right? And we're, quote unquote, mentioned as the bride Lord to Christ. Matthew 25. Give me that.
Luke 17:21. Neither shall they say, lo, here, or lo, there. For behold, the kingdom of the Most High is within you.
The kingdom is within us. Meaning what? You got to raise up the elect first. And that's when destruction is going to come. We're going to be setting our own land. So us being men of the Lord, hopefully elect, Lord willing, we got to preach the gospel to the nation, or the scattered Israelites that don't know any better. And that's how the kingdom's going to come. The kingdom's within us. Why? Because, exactly, spiritual temple is in your mind. But our job is to preach, people that's trying to wake up, come after these laws, to our heritage, to the kingdom of heaven. The Most High is waiting for us for real. There's prophecy that has to play out, but ultimately we have to do the job and play out his role as the elect. Go ahead. Our hopeful elect. Go ahead. Yeah, 11 and 12, yeah.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 12. And for the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven
Read.
suffereth violence.
So how's the kingdom of heaven suffer violence? We just read it. Because the kingdom of heaven is the body of Christ, the elect. Does that make sense? So when you talk about the second and third heaven, it's really in the spirit realm, the third heaven. Second heaven, like I said, is space. First heaven is right what we see here. And people ruling the earth. Give me that in Lamentations 2:28. And when he goes to the familiar spirit, I think it's 12. Bring out read down.
1 Samuel 28:7. Then Saul said unto his servants, seek me a woman that hath the familiar spirit, that I may go to her and inquire of her. And his servant said to him, behold, there is a woman that had a familiar spirit at Endor.
Exactly. This is a sin according to the Most High. Going to a familiar spirit like a tarot card reader, a palm reader. That's what he went to. Read.
You want me to get to the point?
Yeah, let's get to the point. Go down to
Samuel cried out with a loud voice. Verse 15. And Samuel said to Saul, why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up? And Saul answered, I am sore distressed, for the Philistines make war against me.
Exactly. So Saul went to the soothsayer, familiar spirit, to summon up Samuel because he had died already. And he was a prophet of the Lord. And this when the Most High took the spirit from Saul. And what was he doing? He was trying to get counsel to go to this war against the Philistines, but the Most High wouldn't answer them through the prophets. So he had to go to a familiar spirit, conjure up Samuel, and Samuel was like, why did you disquiet me? And this is going to prove it in Job 3. Start at, I think it's 10. No, 3 and 10. Start at 11. But yeah, finish that.
And Samuel said to Saul, why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up?
Exactly. He was at rest. He was in paradise. He was at rest. So he conjured up the spirit, and obviously when you're in the world, you're afflicted in the spirit. Go ahead.
For the Philistines make war against me, and the Most High departed from me.
Exactly. The Most High departed from Saul. So keep reading next.
And answer me no more, neither by prophets nor dreams.
Exactly.
Therefore have called thee, that thou mayest make known unto me what should I do.
Go ahead. Get down to where he said, you're going to be with me.
Okay, let's start 17. And the Most High had done to him as he spake by me. For the Most High hath rent the kingdom out of thine hand and given it to thy neighbor unto David, because thou obeyest not the voice of the Most High.
Exactly. What did Saul do to disobey the Most High? No, he did something earlier though. What did he do? He told him to kill all the Amalekites. And what did he do? He saved the king, he saved the cattle, and the Most High was displeased with him. So he was like, you disobeyed me. And he said, what? Rebellion is a sin of witchcraft. So, yeah, go ahead.
Because thou obeyest not the voice of the Most High, nor executest his fierce wrath upon Amalek.
Exactly. He wanted us to slaughter Amalek. And who's Amalek today? You know. Exactly. Them rats and Khazars, read them fake Jews, read.
Therefore hath the Most High done this thing unto thee this day. Moreover, Yahweh will also deliver Israel with thee into the hand of the Philistines. And tomorrow shalt thou die, and thy sons be with me.
Exactly. So Saul, even though you sinned, you're going to be with me. And what was Samuel doing? He was at rest in the spirit world. So why did you disquieting me by bringing me up to talk to you in your flesh? But give me that in Job.
This is the book of Job, chapter 11.
Read verse 11.
This is Job, chapter 3, verse 11. Why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out the belly?
Exactly. This is when Job was being what? Afflicted, right? He told Satan to afflict Job. Don't kill him, but afflict him as much as you can. Test his spirit against him. Read.
Verse 12. Why did the knees prevent me, or why did the breast that I should suck? For now should I have lain still and been quiet.
Now that I've lying still and been quiet. What's that talking about?
Can you say it?
Go ahead.
For now I should have lain down and been quiet. I should have slept.
I should have slept. Go ahead.
Then had I been at rest.
He died, exactly. He would have been dead and he would have been at rest. Like he said earlier. Much wisdom comes much grief. So that's what Solomon said too. Give me that in Proverbs, the first chapter. He's talking about what? Everything is vanity. Everything's vanity except for this wisdom that I got. He said, I suck wisdom first. Give me that in, actually no, finish that real quick. Where you at? 12? Jump to 17.
Verse 17. There the wicked from the troubling, and
Read that again.
there the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. There the prisoners rest together.
Prisoners rest together. So good and bad all go to the spirit world. Go ahead.
They hear not the voice of the oppressor.
That's it. 18. Go to Ecclesiastes 3. So that pairs with paradise, like I said. When Christ was on the cross and that brother repented to him at the last minute, he said, you're going to be with me in paradise, meaning you're going to die, and we all going to go to the spirit world and be at rest. That's what it's talking about. So paradise doesn't equal heaven, because heaven, like I said, is going to be on earth. So does that make sense?
Yeah. A follow-up question. So, if in the third heaven, in the third heaven, the Most High is, and nothing carnal can exist there, does that mean that the Most High is not a carnal being? Because if we're made to His image and likeness, then we're not, or He's not like a physical.
Revelation 4? Yeah, Revelation 4.
Do you get my question?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. He has a body, is that what you're saying? But he's not a flesh like us. But yeah, we were made in His image, meaning we have the image like Him.
Qualities, but
Exactly.
not like physical.
Well, no, He has a body too. Because this is what I'm saying. Give me that, read that. Yeah, you know what I want? 18. Where you at? Yeah. 21. Yeah, fuck that.
Alright, Revelations 4:2. And immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne.
So how do you sit on a throne without a body? Go ahead.
And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper in a sardine stone.
Exactly. So have you seen a jasper or sardine stone?
Not a sardine.
Pull that up. Pull that up.
Well, isn't it like a reddish?
It's like a dark brown.
Yeah,
So the Most High is
because
a
the color.
Negro technically. Exactly. So he has a body just like us. He looks just like us. Yeah, show that.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it's just.
That's how you, man, the Most High is so powerful, man. And that's how you know we're His people. Not necessarily about color, but obviously, yeah, exactly. Reuben, the Reubenites. It's a jasper stone. But yeah, give me that. Give me that. What you got? Is that it? Give me Daniel 7. And you give me that.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 21. Who knoweth the spirit of the man that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward to the earth?
Exactly. So all spirits go back to the Most High. So we all have flesh. Actually, go back to 1 Samuel 28. We jumped a point. You know what I want. You know what I want. Yeah, it's gonna explain. Yeah, you give me Where you at? Yeah, give me that. This is how you confound a Christian about heaven.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 2, verse 1. How hath the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud, and in his anger, and cast down from heaven.
You did what?
And he cast down from heaven.
So we cast the Israelites down from heaven. How you do that?
Well, returning through the regeneration process.
No, we're talking about. Read that again.
How hath the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger,
He's angry with his daughter of Zion. Read.
and cast down from heaven unto the earth.
He cast it down from heaven to the earth. So what were we doing back in King David, King Solomon's days? We were having our own kingdom. That's what it's talking about. This is Lamentations, Jeremiah, before we went to Babylon. So he cast us down by what? Taking us out of rulership, taking us out of our land, and putting us under these heathen nations. That's what it's talking about. So it's very simple. Give me, where you at? Yeah, go ahead.
1 Samuel 28:11. Then said the woman, Who shall I bring up unto thee? And he said, Bring me up Samuel. And when the woman saw Samuel, she cried with a loud voice. And the woman spake to Saul, saying, Why hast thou deceived me? I just said it.
You know, it's before that. Exactly. I saw God. Yeah, it's right before we read that.
Verse 13. And the king said unto her, Be not afraid, for what sawest thou? And the woman said unto Saul, I saw gods ascending out of the earth.
I saw gods ascending out of earth. So what are we likened to in Psalm 32:6? We're gods according to that. So men are gods. So she said she saw gods ascending out of the earth. People were dying and rising up to the heaven, like it says. All spirits go to the Most High. Does that answer your question? You're welcome. Anything else? Yeah, on the bar. Any other questions?
I mean, I'll just stay around.
Oh, great. We don't get into my list.